Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. By Safeco Insurance. Do more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting comedian and star of the hit TV show Mike and Molly, Billy Gardell. June 22nd. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Coming up throughout the evening, we will keep you updated on teams like the Yankees, who are coming to Safeco Field next, as well as the Houston Astros. Also, a very quiet trade acquisition is making a lot of noise now. We'll check in there. And somewhere here at Safeco Field, there are a bunch of Chicago knuckleheads that for some reason every single year travel out here to Safeco Field. We will find out why. Right now, we get you out to center field. Check in with Brad and Dave. Guys.
All right, Ange, we'll answer those questions during the broadcast. Val, we get to answer a question right now and ask the booth. I'm kind of excited to do this. Haven't been able to do this live yet. Everybody kind of tweets in during the games. Here's the question. How do back-to-back 10-day homestands impact a player? Before I get to you, Val, since it is Ask the Booth, we got to go up to the booth and ask our man Mike Flowers, and I get him first crack at this one. All right, Blow, so what's your thoughts? Back-to-back 10-game homestands.
Well, I think the most important one is you actually get to sleep in your own bed for a period of time, which the guys haven't done over the last month. But I think on a serious note, if you look at the season so far and what the struggles were in May and the walk-off losses that this club has suffered through, I think the best part about it is the Mariners, with those back-to-back homestands, the long homestands, they always hit last, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, I like that. All right, Blow, thank you. All right, Val, ask the booth. We ask you, our expert out here.
Well, I love what Blow talked about, being able to sleep in your own bed. But, you know, as you look at being at home for 10 days, all you guys out there who are married and have children, just think about being away from your kids for 10 days. But now all of a sudden, you get to be home. You get to be woken up by your children by sometimes them pouring water on your head. Hey, Daddy, get up. So sometimes it's a good thing you're getting a chance to get to see your family, to be with them, to be that part of it. Because these baseball players are human beings, and it's important to have that impact with their family to be able to come here to the ballpark and get focused on playing the game.
Not to mention, get a good schedule of lawn maintenance going,
and eat at home.
Eat at home.
Hopefully your wife's a good cook, and
I like that. And you know when to mow and how to do everything. All right, again, your chance to ask the experts like our guys here in the booth anything you want. Tweet your questions to @RootSports_NW. The guys in the booth will answer some of them during the game, and sometimes, you know, even before the game, like we just did. But the game is next. Dave and Mike with lineups, first pitch. Those two enjoy the game. You enjoy as well. We'll see you after for the post game.
That's a sight the Mariners look forward to seeing for the bulk of the month of June. The iconic Space Needle, and here at Safeco Field, where they're going to play 18 of the next 25 games. They're thrilled to be back, as are we. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. White Sox in town. They're struggling. Good chance for the Mariners to jump on them. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Robin Ventura's Sox. That'll face Joe Saunders.
Leading off, it is Diaz. You see the 250 average, but he's actually swung the bat well. He's a dangerous hitter. 7 home runs and 24 RBIs for the leadoff hitter. Then it's Ramirez, Rios, Paul Konerko, the veteran. See what he's done. 427 career home runs in his career, and he has been a Mariner killer. Want to stay away from him. Viciedo, Dunn, Keppinger, Flowers, and Beckham rounding out the 9 for the struggling White Sox. Take a look at Michael Saunders. Pitched well in his last outing. 3-5 record overall, a 5.57 ERA. 32 strikeouts to 22 walks on the year.
We are ready for action. White Sox come in, having lost 6 in a row, get swept by the Cubs and swept by the Oakland Athletics. First pitch from Saunders is down low for ball 1. Home plate umpire, the crew chief, Dale Scott. We got C.B. Buckner at first, Todd Tichenor. He's at second, and DJ Rayburn is at third. There's a strike, 1-1. Diaz, 67 degrees and just perfect.
And it looks, Dave, like we're going to have good weather here on the homestand. Check the forecast, and it looks good. The guys will be happy about that. They were all enjoying the sunshine today, and we were down watching them take batting practice. Good to be home.
Feels good, I'll tell you. So foul back 2-2. The pen doing a good commerce again, as it does pretty much every night here. 2-2. White Sox, they got the 500 at 24-24 back on May 26th. This one sliced down the line, foul. Since then, lost 6 consecutive games. Mariners flirted with 500 as well back on May 16th. They were 20-21, 4-12 since. Here's Robin Ventura, an outstanding third baseman in his day, both at Oklahoma State and in the pro ranks, with major league ranks with the Mets and White Sox. Swing and a miss. Diaz is gone. Let's take a look at the Mariners defensive alignment.
And the defense brought to you by T-Mobile. In the outfield, Jason Bay in left. Saunders is in center field. Indy Chavez out in right. And on the infield, Seager at third. Ryan is a shortstop. Nick Franklin had yesterday off. Back in the lineup today. He is at second base. Morales is the first baseman. Smoke on the DL. And Jesus Sucre will do the catching tonight.
Strike 1 to Alexei Ramirez.
Thought a lot of the success for Joe was location of his fastball in his last outing, and that's been a big key for him as he's pitched here at home. Once he's able to establish his fastball, he'll go to that pitch right there, his changeup. That's his go-to pitch. He'll also mix in a slider, and he'll cut his fastball in on the hands of the right-handers every now and then.
Foul ball. 1-2 to Alexei Ramirez.
Take a look at his last outing against the Padres down in San Diego. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. Didn't walk anybody. 89 pitches to get through 7 innings, so he was efficient.
Popped up. Morales taking a look. Got a play. 2 outs. Well, this bright sunshine will take this up right up close to 10 o'clock tonight. Day's starting to get longer. Today's June 3rd. They have been getting longer for a while. Love that. Wind not a factor as we speak. Flags hanging straight down. Correction on the umpire rotation. They were making an announcement about an hour ago, then I never heard it. Now we find out DJ Rayburn's at second and Tichenor's at third. Ground ball, Seager. Close out. Rios, a 12-pitch first inning for Joe Saunders. Back home where he's 9-1 at Safeco Field for his career. Mariners coming to bat. The Mariners are 2 games over 500 when Endy Chavez starts, 11 under when he does it. He's going to lead it off for the Mariners. Take a look at the rest of the lineup.
Tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron. It'll be Endy Chavez leading off, then Jason Bay, 8 home runs this year. All of them solo home runs. He's been hitting towards the top of the lineup. Then it's Seager, Morales, Ibanez, Franklin back in the lineup hitting 6, Saunders, Sucre, and Ryan. The hot hitter, Brendan Ryan, is hitting 9th.
Here's John Dank's first pitch. In there for called strike, coming off of shoulder surgery last August. Take a look at his numbers.
Well, there you go. Just 2 starts on the year. 5.4 ERA for him. Only 10 innings pitched.
Fouled off the catcher, Tyler Flowers. Here's the 0-2 to Endy. Baltimore chop off that plate. Danks bare hand throw, safe.
Infield hit. Close play at first. Paul Konerko, the veteran first baseman, tried to get the call from C.B. Buckner. Danks makes a good play. He realized he has to hustle, so he bare hands it, throws a strike. And it looked like maybe they just had Endy, but the call goes the Mariners' way. We'll take a closer look at it, see if his foot hits the bag. And the Mariners do catch a break. That'll be a base hit for Endy Chavez. Great look from our McDonald Supermo.
There's Jason Bay. Bay 3 for 17 on the road trip. All 3 hits, home runs. 2 homers Saturday in Minnesota. Foul. Word on Danks coming back from the shoulder surgery. Usually talk about a year before you get back to where you were. Here we are, June. He's not popping in there velocity wise. He's 88, 90.
Yeah, he was typically in the low, sometimes mid 90s with his fastball. He is not there.
It's just a matter of location.
You look at his numbers, his first time through the lineup in his first 2 starts, he's been effective. And then after that, Dave, is when he's had his issues. And so there's a stamina problem with him also.
Can understand it, sure.
But good for him for getting back, fighting back, working his way back into the rotation.
His numbers against the Mariners are ridiculous.
He's in trouble, but he's a different pitcher right now.
Totally. I remember some outings he had in Chicago where he was just dominant.
Yep.
Foul. So one thing, he's got the admiration of his teammates, that's for sure, coming back. You hope now, for his sake, that it's not something that can have a a downside effect coming back too soon. We've seen it too many times with other guys.
Well, and I think if you look at him, he's 2 starts. He's pitched 10 innings. I'm sure that Robin is keeping a close eye on him, and they'll get him out probably early. We'll see some of that bullpen in Chicago, and they have a lot of power arms as Bay goes down looking at strike 3.
1 down here in the first inning.
Take a look at the T-Mobile defense for the Chicago White Sox. Viciedo getting the start in left field. Diaz, a good center fielder. Then Alex Reyes, strong throwing arm out in right. On the infield, Keppinger, the former Ray, is at third base. Ramirez and Beckham playing at the middle. The veteran Paul Konerko is at first, and Tyler Flowers will do the catching tonight.
How about the fact that this White Sox ball club dead last in defense?
That's surprising.
I saw that. I couldn't believe it.
We talked about it all the time. Konerko has been solid. Beckham is a really good defensive second baseman.
He's just coming back.
Ramirez, athletic, makes a lot of plays out there. They've had their issues, and you have to take advantage of that if you can to go along with the offensive struggles. But it's surprising to see that.
Kyle Seager at the dish for the Mariners. 7 for 20 on the road trip, a home run and an RBI. 1 for 4 yesterday. Oh, 2 to Kyle.
A couple of left-handed starters going at it. The White Sox 5-8 against left-handed starters. Mariners are 9-10 against left-handed starters.
Back safely is Chavez. White Sox last year tied with the Mariners for the best defensive record in the league. The dead last.
And it's the same cast of characters.
Yeah, almost to a guy. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Only changes at third with Keppinger, but pretty much the same.
Mike, this weather's a heck of a lot better than last time we saw Chicago, that first weekend in the opening weekend of the season.
Yeah, we've come to know that well, haven't we, in the last few years.
34 degrees on April 5th, followed by 57 degrees in the second game with a 25-mile-an-hour wind. In the third game, it was 51 degrees. We'll call it the Windy City for nothing. Seager's got a 1-2 count. Morales on deck. Hit high and foul. An off-speed pitch, hung it.
Right, it was a hanging breaking ball, 75 miles an hour. There it is, right at the top of the strike zone. See this one spinning up there, and I'm sure Kyle's eyes lit up as he takes a hack at this pitch, gets out in front of it, pulls it foul.
Ball 2 strikes. Strike 3 called. Dropped an off-speed pitch in there, so that's back-to-back Ks here. Both looking.
And you can see on the EQC tracer both the pitch to Bay and now to Kyle, just off of the edges of the plate. But Danks is able to get the call.
Home plate umpire Dale Scott telling you, boys, swing the bat. This guy's certainly done that. Kendrys Morales leads the ball club with a .300 batting average, leads the club in RBIs. Runners in scoring position, batting average. I mean, the guy's been sensational.
He's been driving the ball too, hitting doubles and now starting to hit the ball out of the ballpark. That's 8 home runs on the year.
Got hits in 23 of his last 27 games. He means business up there, right? He's not messing around.
No, he's going to go to Hacken, and you have to like the aggressiveness. And he's the same from both sides of the plate. As you take a look at this swing, he turns it loose. It looked like a changeup.
He's taking a man-sized hack. I mean, a couple of, like you talked about, balls to the opposite field, center field.
Well, and I think he understands that he's hitting cleanup for a reason. You have a couple of outs, runner at first. His job is still try to drive that runner in, and that's hit a ball in the gap or hit one out of the ballpark with 2 outs.
He's not up there sightseeing.
No. So he's taking a shot at it already in this at bat.
Ball and 2 strikes. Mariners back after a 2-3 road trip. A couple of twists of fate. They could have gone 4-1 and moved forward. Key now is they get going, because guess what? Houston's only 4 back.
Well, they owe Houston a little something too. And I'm sure that's in the back of their minds.
Yeah, you know it. And hard and foul. Houston will be here next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Well, you know, we've talked about the difficulty of the schedule the first 2 months, but now it's turned, and we've talked about it. They have a 10-game homestand, going on a brief trip, come back, another 10-game, and they stay on the West Coast time, which should help them. They need to take care of some business working their way into the All-Star break.
9 games under 500. It would be nice. I mean, I know you were calling for maybe get 500 right about now. So bounces one down to Ramirez. Throw across, but indeed, by the All-Star break, let's maybe be at or better than 500. Take your chance the second half of the season. Second inning coming up. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by American Family Insurance. Your dream is out there. Go get it. Find out more at amfam.com/dreams. And by Jack in the Box. The Chipotle Chicken Club Combo is back for a limited time at Jack in the Box. Try one today with fries and a drink for just $4.99 plus tax. Glorious day here in the Pacific Northwest. Glad to be back. News fans are glad to see the Mariners back in town. Paul Konerko, Diane Viciedo, and Adam Dunn, 4, 5, and 6 for the White Sox. Paul Konerko, he has wreaked havoc on Mariner pitching over the years. He's got 31 career home runs against Seattle pitching. Only Alex Rodriguez with 33 has more. Straightaway center field, deep. Saunders had to turn. He's in the sun. He makes the catch. Well done.
One of the things that makes Michael such a good outfielder is what you just saw. He was able to turn around. He, didn't sit there and look at the ball the whole way. Turned, ran to a spot, and then picked it back up and was able to catch it. So he can cover more ground doing that. But we've seen Michael do this all the time as he turns right there to field it. But he's really good at it. Franklin Gutierrez, we've talked about with Franklin when he's out there, that he's exceptional at it.
They both have a quality that I hear in the football side of things. Able to turn those hips.
Yes.
Diane Viciedo. To the strike. They call him Tank. Let's see why. Center field again. Saunders coming in, picking up speed, coming on. Dallas can't get it. Backing up is Bay, digging for second. Viciedo got a chance for play. He is in there safely. Two-base hit for Viciedo, his 7th.
It's a changeup, and it looks like he hits it right off the end of the bat. Then Michael had to cover a lot of ground trying to dive in. That's one of the toughest ones when you're diving straight in, trying to make the catch. Good hustle by Viciedo. Jason Bay, the left fielder, there to back up Michael.
I'll bring up Adam Dunn. Dunn back to where he was a couple of years ago when he was hitting sub 200 with a lot of home runs. Big Adam with 12 homers, 29 RBIs, leads the club. Also the 19 walks, tied with Rios in that category. And he's K'd 71 times. Look out, look out. At the 8th row back.
Luckily, it looked like it was right in the walkway. Everybody was okay.
Adam Dunn 3rd in strikeouts in the American League behind Chris Carter and Mike Napoli. I attended hearing it as he took the bat away, and the fans want the fan to keep the bat, and the attendant's a little bit of a quandary right now. Meanwhile, 1-1 to Adam Dunn. Say he has been super susceptible to off-speed pitching. Pops this one up. Seager's got to play. Big out.
Along with all the other struggles, as you can imagine, the White Sox struggling hitting with runners in scoring position, hitting 226 overall at the start of this game.
Two outs, man at second, brings up Jeff Keppinger. Keppinger had to play a lot of second base. Gordon Beckham on the DL, and that's not one of his strong positions. He's a third baseman, first baseman type. Keppinger with Tampa Bay last year. Joe Saunders looking for his first win since May 12th. He beat Oakland here. Went 6 1/3 in that game. Count at 1-1. Joe's got a 4-4 record against these White Sox. Tying previous starts. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outside corner.
Like a good breaking ball. Everything has been away to Keppinger. Look at his season, 231 with just 1 home run on the year. It's surprising to see that.
Look at the White Sox 13th.
I know. He has 186 at bats on the season. You would have thought in their ballpark, their home ballpark's a good ballpark to hit in.
Foul ball.
Fastball from Saunders going in on his hands. Probably go back away with the changeup now. Something off speed. Get out of this inning with Rob Ventura.
Ball club 4th in the Central Division behind Detroit, Cleveland, Minnesota. They're 5.5 back. 2-2. Full count. 2 outs. Viciedo at second. Tyler Flowers, the catcher, on deck. Singer with a dive, can't get it. Viciedo to third. He's going to score in the White Sox. Have a 1-0 lead on the RBI by Jeff Keppinger, his 15th RBI. 1-0 Chicago.
Well, Joe goes with the changeup. Wanted it on the outside corner. It's down, so he gets the ground ball, but it's in the middle of the plate. And because it's in the middle of the plate, Keppinger able to get the barrel to it. I think if that's on the outer half, he probably hits it towards the end of the bat. Give the infielders a chance to field it, but he ends up in left field.
He's the catcher batting an 8-hole, Tyler Flowers. Strike one. Away, missed, 1-1. The ball and 2 strikes to Flowers. Saunders a strike away from getting out of this inning.
Pitch will be 30 for him.
One-two pitch. Did go. So CB Buckner, and that'll do it. So a run on 2 hits and a man left for the White Sox here in the second inning. Jeff Keppinger with an RBI single, 1-0 Chicago. One nothing lead for the White Sox, first of 3. Raul Labanja is about to lead off. And a reminder, if you haven't experienced Safeco Field's most regal section, now's your chance to be part of tomorrow's Kings Court. Felix Hernandez takes the mound against these White Sox. 7:10 start. Pick up a T-shirt, K-card, and a seat at Kings Court for only $30. Log on to Mariners.com/Felix to get the hookup. Banez looks at ball one. It'll be Banez, Franklin, and Saunders here in the second. Strike one to Raul, hitting .227 with 9 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Comebacker to Danks. One out. I'll bring up Nick Franklin.
Franklin because he hasn't seen him before, but I think for the Mariner, the veteran guys in the lineup that have seen Danks over the years, probably going to have to readjust, because you come to the ballpark on your way and you start thinking about the starting pitcher that night, and you're used to seeing, you know, what his fastball is like, and you have an idea of what you want to get yourself up to. This is a different guy than the numbers we showed earlier where Danks had dominated the Mariners. His fastball is in the mid to upper 80s at best right now, so I think the approach is going to have to change for them as they work their way through the lineup the first time. And that might be one of the reasons why he's in his 2 previous starts, Dave, that he's done well the first time through the lineup, and then clubs make an adjustment to him because he's still working his way back from that injury.
Quick worker. And hard base hit. Nick Franklin on a 1-0 pitch, singles. A hard single to left. And the Mariners have a 1-out base hit.
For Nick, he gets a fastball, 88 miles an hour, up in the zone. Hit it hard in the left field.
They'll bring up Michael Saunders with 1 out, 1 on. 1 for 3 yesterday, 3 for 18 on the trip. A much better hitter here at home, 267. Gets through the catcher Flowers. Franklin down to second base.
This will probably be a pass ball. I didn't see it hit the ground.
Pass ball gets Franklin to second. Franklin good speed down at second base for Saunders, a 1-0 count. 1-1. Outside. Saunders 267 at home, 189 on the road, his batting averages.
Michael, he had really been struggling, but he showed signs on the road trip towards the end of it that he maybe was coming out of it, starting to swing a little bit better. There's a good breaking ball to him.
2 for 4 Saturday in the Twins 5-4 win. And then the first game, one game at San Diego, hit the ball hard 3 times.
Right, had a couple of hits. So you hope that he's trending in the right direction. I think if you go down and you talk to any of the coaches about Michael, he's important to their club offensively on the things that he can do, and they're all waiting for him to start hitting the ball hard again. He's important.
Jesus Sucre on deck. Full count here to Saunders. Now, Banks' third strikeout, first swing. 2 down. Time for Sterling Banks. Nobody works harder for you. The Mariners, 32 road games this season, most in the big leagues. Going into the All-Star break, 25 home games and 13 roadies.
That's a little more like it.
Yeah, homestands, 2 10s and a 7. Just came from the Central Time Zone. Sucre looks at a strike. We have 3 games in Oakland, 4 in Anaheim. They'll leave the Pacific Time Zone again till July 2nd. Sucre way out front, 0-2. Angels. At the Angels, the A's 10-3 over Milwaukee in Milwaukee. A delay right now in the 7th. Oakland's banged out 18 hits. Oh, 2. Down the line. That will stay fair. And Franklin's going to score, tied up. Jesus Sucre with an RBI. Jesus with his 3rd run batted in, ties the score here. Got a base hit yesterday. And he picked up an RBI in Friday's game, a 3-0 Mariner win at Minnesota.
Oh, 0-2 count. Good adjustment. You can see him spread out a little bit more. Keeps him on the breaking ball. And hits it hard into left field. 0-2. I like the fact that he spread out a little bit, cut his stride down some, and just try to put the ball in play, and he gets rewarded with a solid base hit and an RBI as Franklin scores. There you go.
Tell you what, he's got the catching part down. That's the least of the Mariners' worries. He's a good thrower, good active than Jack Zduriencik, Steve Stone, talking with them earlier. Everybody impressed with his catching abilities, as well as should be. Here's Ryan.
We'll see where he goes offensively. He was hitting the ball well in AAA. He was hitting 300 when he was called up. We'll see what that translates up here, but I think we have to give him some time at the plate early. Yeah. Same with Franklin. Franklin's been swinging the bat well, but we'll just give it some time.
For Sucre, just the 7th game. Franklin, his 7th game. 1-0 to Ryan. Brendan ahead in the count, 2-0. 4 for 18 on the road trip. He does have hits in 14 of his last 18 games. 323 clip. Two 2-0 to Ryan. High pop. Got to play. Ryan trying to keep it going to get Endy Chavez on deck. Off-speed pitch again, a good one. There's Endy. The old Baltimore chop off the plate. Got a break at first base on a close call. 2-2 pitch. Full count. Robin Ventura's second year, having taken over for Ozzie Guillen. Calm demeanor. Former third baseman, 3-2 pitch. Runner goes down in the dirt. Mariners inning continues now. Runners at first and second for Chavez. First walk of the ball game.
A couple of 3-2 counts with Danks that we've seen so far. He's gone to his changeup. Again, I think the guys are going to have to make an adjustment. This will be the second time through as Endy Chavez, the leadoff hitter, steps in. I think more up the middle of the field on him. You don't have to worry about him getting that good fastball in on your hands anymore. So you can adjust to the changeup.
How about those Houston Astros, top of the third in Anaheim, no score, as the Astros try to complete a 4-game sweep at the Angels. Here's Chavez with 2 outs. Ball 1.
A lot of pitches for Danks pitching here in the second inning. 40 pitches for him.
Off the end of the bat to Keppinger. Throws over, and that'll do it for the Mariners. They do get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and leave a couple. Get a 1-1 ball game here at Safeco Field. brought to you by CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By BNSF Railway, the engine that connects us. And by Pizza Hut, make it great. The 1-1 game here at Safeco Field. Mariners back home after having lost 8 games at home in the month of May. June, a big turnaround, and all those future Mariners out there, huh?
About that time of the year, isn't it? Most of them probably getting out of school here in the next week or so.
Good deal. First pitch to Gordon Beckham. Off the plate, ball 1. Right to the 5-hole, but Franklin, strong arm, got him, nice play! Nick Franklin reared back and guns down Beckham, 1 out.
Well, Franklin, normally a shortstop, so he has a strong arm. We've actually seen it when he's turning double plays, but you can see the ball bounces up the ramp there on the mound. That helps him get a nice hop and fires it over to first, throwing the strong arm. Good play.
Beckham back after a fractured hand. The hamate bone looked like he was bidding for a base hit. Taken away by Nick Franklin. Back to the top of the order, and Diaz. Nice to see that out of Nick Franklin. Here, just what, game number 7 for him. That's a big defensive play.
That was his first chance, I think, on a backhanded play that was well up the middle, actually going towards center field. Again, we've seen the strong arm on him turning the double play a few times, but that's the first time we've seen a backhand plant his feet and fire it first with a lot of confidence, too.
Good on the transfer into double plays, which we've seen,
yes.
and quick, too.
Quick. Seems to have a real good feel on where the runners are as he's taking the throw because he can't see them.
1-2. Two and 2 to Diaz. 4-game hitting streak working. It's a foul ball.
Good to see the sunshine.
And look at all the blue sky. I mean, we saw every shape of clouds the last 3 days in Minnesota. Two. Full count now. Saunders has struck out 2, has not blocked anybody. Giving up a run on 2 hits. Alexi Ramirez awaits. Center field, left center field for Saunders. 2 outs.
Seeing that sunshine on Wednesday with a day game on Wednesday, and you have a chance to take care of some twilight action at the golf course if you like. It's good rates.
Yowza. That would be quite well be in the plans.
Yeah, there you go.
Good matchup tomorrow. A couple of former Cy Young Award winners, Jake Peavy and Felix Hernandez. Kings Court will be in session, or CenturyLink to what's next. There's Ramirez. Scotty flinched on that one, so did Ramirez. Off speed pitch, 2-0. Foul ball. Saunders has a 2-1 count to Ramirez, 2 outs, nobody on. Jesus Sucre tying this ball game up. 3-1.
Torres doesn't seem quite as aggressive as we've been seeing him in the past. Normally he's hacking at just about anything, especially a fastball anywhere. 273 at the start of the game, 1 home run for him. He usually hacks.
3-2. Ryan throw out the Chicago shortstop. 1-2-3 inning for Joe Saunders. Home third coming up with Bae, Seager, and Morales coming to bat. In school, hailing from just north of Spokane, 6th graders. They elected to take this year's school field trip to a Mariners game here in Seattle. Welcome aboard. I wish the nuns were that cool back in the day.
They look like they're having a good time.
Having a great time. Jason Bae took a called third strike. Fouls that one back 0-2. Bae, Seager, and Morales here in the third. White Sox took the lead. 2 outs in the second inning. Jeff Keppinger an RBI single. Bottom half of that inning, Jesus Sucre answered. Just inside to Bae.
Had to chuckle a little bit. You know when you're swinging, and you know you're swinging well? When you're third up and you're already coming out of the dugout with your helmet and bat in your hand like Morales is. He can't wait to get up there. That's great.
Bae strikes out. 1 down at the second time. He's K'd. And for the early evening here, 4 strikeouts for Danks.
I think he was standing there before Kyle Seager could get out on deck.
Right?
Yeah,
right.
He wants to get to home plate and swing it.
Gotta love it. Seager took a called third strike his first time. Trying to bunt his way on. Keppinger, bare hand. That's safe.
Smart play. Keppinger was playing deep. Kyle saw him. Wasn't the greatest bunt, but he knew if he just got it down fair, he would have a chance to get a hit.
Here's our money tree. In time play.
Actually, good play by Keppinger. I didn't think he was going to get a throw off, but he does. And Kyle just beats it.
Oh, boy, the ankle. That always scares you when you watch guys do that.
Well, the toe of his spike was right on the front edge of that bag, and he almost went down.
There's Morales grounded out to short. Angels now lead Houston 1-0, top the fourth. In the dirt. Flowers recovers. Outside, 2-0. There's
no doubt that he has the green light to turn it loose here. Eric Wedge hoping he gets a fastball in the middle of the plate.
If your man is beating the guy in front of him into the on-deck circle, doggone right he deserves a green light. Well, takes a strike.
He knew it. It was an off-speed pitch.
Sure.
It looked like breaking ball. He wasn't going to give in to him and serve up the fastball.
He's still in his shoes. He almost came out of them. 3-2 is the count to Morales. There it goes. Off-speed pitch. Hit well. Deep center field. A lot of carry. It is off the fence. Seager held up between second and third. He's going to score easily. And the Mariners have a 2-1 lead. A ringing double off the center field wall by Kendrys Morales. 2-1 Seattle.
Well, Kendrys had a hot month of May. Kyle Seager, a lot of high fives for that bunt base hit. This is not a bunt base hit. This is a hanging changeup. And Kendrys, as hot as he's been, isn't going to miss that pitch. Up above the belt, 80 miles an hour, and drives it. Just misses hitting a home run. Hits off the top of the fence. Gets by Diaz, of the center fielder.
17th double by Morales ties Seager for the team lead. 2-1 ball game. And here's Raul Ibanez. Tap back to the pitcher, his first at bat. That RBI for Morales is 34th, helping his team lead. Morales with 34 RBIs, Ibanez with 24, Seager with 24. And Morales certainly has been the man.
Well, we were talking about it in his first at bat, trying to drive the runner in from first. Taking some big swings like Raul did right there, but ended up coming up big that time with the double.
Staying alive. Raul talking about this club. I'm a firm believer in creating your own breaks as a team. I think we have that mindset, create your own destiny, and we're very capable of doing that. If we want things to change, we have to change them. We're very capable of doing that. Very similar to what he and I were talking about last week. Hey, be aggressive. Stay with it. Little foul. You know, you're getting down. You get a little come out firing on. You know, just fired up. Let's go.
Well, he's a veteran guy, obviously, but he's also been on both ends of it. He's been on teams that have struggled, and he's been on teams that have gone to the postseason and produced in those situations. So he knows what it looks like, and he knows what it takes.
Fights that one off.
I guarantee you that's the message he's spreading throughout that locker room in the clubhouse, to keep these guys moving in the right direction even when things are getting tough.
Eric Wedge was talking to him before today's game. He said he was going to address the club. Just a few words. Stay focused. He likes what he sees. Been some tough go here, but no panic at all. 0-2 here to Raul outside.
There you go. A lot of pitches. 58 pitches working here in the third.
Raul, we talked about his postseason experience with the '09 with the Phillies against the Yankees in a World Series. He just stays alive right there. And a good World Series too. 7 for 23. A homer and 4 RBIs, hit .304 back in 2009. You're right. He's seen it all. One, two. Inside.
.44 games in the postseason, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs in those 44 games.
Huge last year for the Yankees. 2-2.
He's putting up a battle. 9 pitches in this at bat. Quickly in a 0-2 count, has it back to 2-2, and Fallon pitches off. Banks continues to change speeds, and you can see he's all over the place.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Morales at second. Professional at bat, huh?
I'll say. 10 pitches in this at bat.
Full count.
10 pitches used to get you a steak dinner from your hitting coach. I'll have to talk to Dave Hansen, see if that's still out there.
That's impressive.
12th pitch of this at bat coming up. Worked it back to 3-2.
Did you get the biggest steak on the menu?
I always took it easy on him.
Who had to pony up for the first time you got one of those?
I believe it was Hondo, Frank Howard. He was great.
Well, he knew a good steak, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was great about it. And first time I went was my rookie year. It was outstanding. And I could just sit there and listen to him. He didn't have to feed me at all. Just tailor the stories. Oh boy!
Oh, drive to right. It's deep. It is gone. A home run for Raul Ibanez. What a magnificent at bat! A 2-run homer, and the Mariners have increased the lead to 4-1. For Raul, his 10th home run, RBIs 25 and 26.
Well, Dave, you read the quote from Raul and things that he was saying yesterday, and I think that exemplified it to the point right there. 13 pitches in this at bat, was 0-2 to start it, battle, and then finally gets a pitch out over the plate that he can handle and hits it into the seats. That was an excellent at bat. His 10th home run on the season. 10 home runs on the year for Raul Ibanez.
Opportunity denied right there. He had it all away. It was right there. It was room service. Nick Franklin looks at a strike. Nick with a solid base hit to left field in the second inning. Scored on the Sucre single.
What an at bat.
13 pitches on that at bat. Ramirez throws out Franklin. Out number 2. Make plans to see the Yankees and the Mariners in a 4-game showdown here at Safeco Field. The Yankees will be in town this Thursday through Sunday for their only visit to Seattle this season. Great seats for this can't-miss weekend of baseball. Still available. Come get them. Mariners.com. Three-run inning here for the Mariners. 2 outs now. Here's Michael Saunders. Strike 1.
Pitch at bat. Raul worked up a pretty good sweat.
It was impressive.
It was.
So Saunders, beneficiary, 4-1 lead here. Oh, backing up his words. 3-1. Off speed pitch, way out front, full count. Sucre's on deck. 3-2 pitch from Danks. Foul ball. Raul brought in for leadership, veteran presence. He's provided that, to be sure. 33 pitches for Danks here in this inning. Here's the 3-2 again. Strike 3 call. Raul Ibanez just turned in maybe the best 13 pitch at bat you'll ever see. It results in a 2-run homer, and the Mariners have a 4-1 lead. And that guy had a chance to get one of just a big home run ball. And his evening just got worse as he goes down the steps. Beautiful sight being back here in Seattle. Time now for our AT&T trivia question. How many perfect games have been lost in extra innings? Well, Harvey Haddix was one. I know that. Lost in extra innings. I'm going to just go with 2B. Harvey Haddix and the Pittsburgh Pirates, about 1959.
I'll go with 3. I didn't realize how easy we had it with Ryan. Al Curtis is back making us throw darts again. At least Ryan gave us a chance.
Alex Rios 0-2. Swing and a miss. Rios gone. Third strikeout for Saunders. Now Paul Konerko will stand in. Paul, first pitch swinging, drove on the center field. That was caught by Michael Saunders. Breaking ball and a good one. Strike 1 to Paul Konerko. Saunders pulling a string. 1-2.
a veteran pitcher. He understands 3-run lead, throw strikes, keep the ball down.
All 2 strikes. In, out, up, down, change speeds. Pretty good formula, and he likes, as you know, likes pitching here in this ballpark.
53 pitches, 34 strikes for Joe.
2-2 to Konerko. Breaking ball hit hard into the gap. Bay chases it down as Konerko is going to lumber into second with a double. It'll be his 7th of the season. Tomorrow's pitching matchup, really good looking one too. Peavy against Hernandez. Both guys more than 100 wins, sub 3.5 ERAs, a lot of innings and a whole bunch of strikeouts. Peavy's come a ways back. Remember, he had that injury, kept him out for a long time.
And then when he first came back, he was a lot like Danks in that he didn't have as good fastball, but that's not the case anymore. He still has good stuff and had to work his way back from it. And Danks is trying to do the same thing, only 3rd start of the year for Danks.
Mucieta with a double and a run scored in the 2nd inning. Consecutive years, double-digit home runs for Raul Ibanez. What a career. And now Adam Dunn, Vernon Wells, and David Ortiz have done that to this point. As this one popped up, Morales with room. Makes the play, and runner holds. 2 outs. Raul's home run, his 71st here at Safeco Field. That's the most in history here in this ballpark. And his 3rd home run off a lefty pitcher. Didn't have any last year with the Yankees. Two outs and brings up Adam Dunn. He fouled out to 3rd baseman Kyle Seager.
Harris put the shift on the infield. Brendan Ryan playing right up the middle. Nick Frankman, the 2nd baseman, playing over. I'm surprised he's not a little bit deeper.
Dunn hit 204 last year. Doesn't sound like much, except that he'd hit a .59 in 2011. Home runs went from 11 to 41 last year at 96 RBIs.
He's at the .59 as he stands in the batter's box right now with 12 home runs.
Steve Stone, a TV analyst for the White Sox, said any fastballs he sees are well out of the zone. He's not made a whole lot of adjustments to off-speed pitches. Saunders being careful here, 3-0. On deck is Jeff Keppinger. He's knocked in the Sox run, back in the 2nd.
Talking about in a 3-0 count, he still didn't give in to him with a fastball. He dropped down and threw a breaking ball up there. Going right to what you were talking about, Dave. Just not many fastballs in the strike zone, and even though he had a lead, he didn't want to give in to him with a fastball 3-0 count.
Strike two. Felix Hernandez wouldn't surprise me if he's in the clubhouse. Overjoyed his Miami Heat 99-76 over Indiana to get to the NBA championship round.
Oh, blowout, huh?
Mm-hmm. Felix walking around with his Miami Heat t-shirt on today in the clubhouse. Now's your chance to ask the booth anything you want. Tweet your questions to @RootsSports_NW. Answer some of them later on in this game. 2 outs with Konerko at second. Full count to Adam Dunn. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. 4th strikeout for Joe Saunders as he ends the 4th, stranding a runner. 4-1 lead for the Mariners. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Quiznos, the new chicken fajita sub, only at Quiznos. A great wheel here in Seattle. Big tourist attraction, among others, in the great city here in the Pacific Northwest. There's Jesus Sucre to lead it off, and the Mariners home 4th, followed by Brendan Ryan and Andy Chavez.
It's a good first at bat for Sucre. Fell behind 0-2. Ended up getting a changeup and hit it in the left field for an RBI.
Strike 2-1. That outside corner, 2-2. Short right field. Rios out number 1. Here's Angie Mentek.
Guys, the Yankees make their way to Safeco Field for their only trip here this season. That's on Thursday to open up a weekend series. Today they are hosting the Indians in the Bronx. Game tied at 4 apiece in the 6th. That's when Brett Gardner comes up with a clutch hit. Ichiro and Austin Romine come in to touch home, and the Yankees down the Tribe. 7-4 is the way it ends. Gentlemen.
All right, Angie. The Yankees have been on down there. You can see they've gone from first place to tied for second. Lost something like 7 out of their last 8 going into today's game. Race tightening up. Tampa Bay only 3 back. Ball one to Brendan Ryan, who walked his first time. One for 7 against Danks. There's a strike. Don Danks came over from Texas in December of '06. Bouncing the ball down to Ramirez. Throws out of line, returning a favor from earlier in the ball game. 2 down. Big third inning for the Mariners. They get 3 runs on 3 hits, an RBI double by Morales off the center field wall, and then Raul Ibanez again with a magnificent at bat. 13 pitches, then hit a 2-run homer.
Indy with a base hit his first time out. Chopped it off the plate and was able to beat it out.
Up the middle, that's going to get through for a base hit. Indy Chavez with a 2-out single. See if they can move him around. T-shirt Tuesday's back with a force when the Mariners face the White Sox tomorrow. 7:10 first pitch. This T-shirt's been voted on by you, the fans. It's the May the Morse be with you T, celebrating the Mariners outfielder. Free to the first 5,000 fans. For tickets and to see this winning T-shirt Tuesday design, log on to mariners.com/shirt. It'll be colorful here tomorrow night. Michael Morse expected to be back in the lineup on Wednesday, either at first base or as a DH. He had a great and another great batting practice session, Mike. Upper tank on a regular basis.
He looks fine at the plate. It's just the running that's the problem right now. We were watching him the last few days, just turning it loose. And it'd be good to have his bat back in the lineup.
Bay charges one up. Deep center field. Long run. Diaz at the track, and he's there to make the catch. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 4th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left through 4. A 4-1 Seattle lead. Safeco Field, Mariners back home. We take a look at our lows never stop improving. Joe Saunders with his off-speed pitches in April. Boy, they were teeing off on him. It's a lot better in May. Opponent slugging, he's taken that number down significantly as well. So that is a very good trend for the veteran left-hander Joe Saunders.
I thought one of the good things about Joe also was We know that he's pitched well here in his career, and he's pitched well here this year. But I was encouraged by his last outing on the road in San Diego. Hopefully that's something that will continue because he's pitched well on the road in his career.
Ryan to his left. Nice play, one down.
With the way that Felix and Iwakuma are going this year, if he can settle in,
it's
pretty strong. Yeah, that's strong.
Felix at 6-4 with a 2.38 ERA, and Iwakuma 6-1 with a 2.13. It's a serious dealing. Iwakuma second in the league behind Clay Buchholz at ERA. This one popped up right field for Andy Chavez off the bat of Tyler Flowers. 2 outs. And Felix no slouch. He is fourth in ERA in the AL.
That will be a good battle to watch this year.
Felix getting his innings in too. He's behind only James Shields, second in innings pitched.
Nothing new about that.
Right. Gordon Beckham. Franklin made a heck of a play behind the bag to throw him out back in the 3rd inning.
I would guess that Iwakuma would be right there with him if he didn't have to deal with that blister in April. I think his first 3 or 4 starts, they had to take him out early because his blister was irritating him. It cost him a few innings here and there.
Two-0. Strike. Saunders gave up a run of 2 hits in the 2nd inning and a hit in the 4th. Center field driving Saunders back, but he's under it and makes the catch. A 7-pitch inning for Joe Saunders, back in friendly confines and environments. Safeco Field here in Seattle on a 4-1 lead. Lead at 4-1. Kyle Seager, Kendrys Morales, and Raul Ibanez 3-4-5 against John Danks. Seager got a 1-out infield hit back in the big 3rd inning. Mariners scored 3 times on 3 hits. Seager got an infield hit, a double by Morales, and a big 2-run homer by Ibanez. Seager an 0-2 hold. Oakland has defeated Milwaukee 10-2 at Milwaukee. Astros have taken a 2-1 lead at Anaheim in the 6th. Seager to center field for Diaz. One out. Got our Ask the Booth question from Jonathan. Can you update us on Franklin Gutierrez? Well, we can send you down to Jen Mueller. She's got more info. She spoke with Rick Griffin earlier.
That's right. I'd be happy to give you the update on that one. So Franklin Gutierrez has finished his 20-game rehab assignment, but he's still not ready to join the team. That hamstring injury that landed him on the DL in the first place still hasn't gone away. So the Mariners are going to petition Major League Baseball to allow them to send Goody out on another rehab assignment. The earliest that could start is Thursday due to a waiting period there. And Goody is being reevaluated by team doctors tonight, Dave, to see if there's anything else that they could possibly try. But on his last assignment, he could only play 3 straight days before needing some time off.
Not good. All right, here's Rick Griffin on the right. Rob Nodine.
Justin Smoke standing next to those guys. He's on the DL now. I think it'll be important to get Franklin back, but to get him back when he can play every day, Dave. Up to that point, I think you just let him continue to work on it.
Morales taking a hop there. Ramirez fields and throws him out. 2 outs. Here to Mariners home 5th. Goody in 16 games here with the big club, 259, 4 home runs and 10 runs batted in.
On the at-bat of the evening, Raul Ibanez, his last time up, 13 pitches. Eventually won that battle and hit his 10th home run on the season.
Ground ball down to Beckham. Easy inning for Danks. 6th inning coming up. Mariners with a 4-1 lead. We are enjoying Seattle. Great weather, blue sky as we revisit our AT&T trivia question. How many perfect games have been lost in extra frames? I went with 2. Mike went with 3. Fans went with 3. Survey says 2. I got it. I know about Harvey Haddix. Pedro Martinez. That's right. Back in June 3 of '95. Leadoff hit in the 10th.
I thought somewhere in there, I was thinking Dave Steed would have been one of them, but that was probably, yeah.
It was, the question
that was a no-hitter, though, correct, I think, that he lost.
He lost consecutive no-hitters in the 9th inning.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
bad
right.
run. Before then, he finally got one. This question was perfect games. Top of the order, Piazza, Ramirez, and Rios. Harvey Haddix was a little guy, about 5'9". And every pitch in the book. He was on the 1960 World Champion Pirate team and was the winning pitcher Game 7 against the Yankees in 1960. Good pitching staff at Vernon Law. Yeah, Dick Rote was a shortstop. Bill Mazeroski, of course, won it with a home run. 1-1 pitch. Tried to take it with him, found it back.
So in good shape with his pitch count tonight. 73 pitches working here in the 6th inning.
Mariners trying to make some hay here in the month of June. 18 of the next 25 games are here in this ballpark. Trying to make a climb, get back to 500, get your head above water, and see what happens.
I think that's a good mark for them to shoot for. I think that with the struggles they've had with the schedule and now that it's turned, look at them overall. I think that's a good mark to shoot for. Try to get there by the All-Star break if you can, then see what happens second half of the season. Going to take some work. 9 games under 500 right now.
Breaking ball. It hung up there. Joe pays for it. Base hit, Diaz. Eric Wedge, spoke to him before the game. A lot of tough losses had by this team, including 6 walk-off losses. His thoughts. We'll get that to you. Alexi Ramirez, the hitter. Alexi 0 for 2 with a foul out to first and ground out to short. There's a ball. Here's Eric Wedge on the tough losses.
You have to handle it. You know, I mean, you have to handle it. I mean, you know, these guys have done a good job. They haven't hung their heads. You know, they're not pouting about it. You know, no excuses. You know, either you win or you lose in the end. That's all anybody really cares about. You know, but we've got to be more concerned about the process and understand, you know, what's going to allow us to win as many games as we can over 162, not just 2 months. So, you know, all these tough losses are going to help us be that much tougher. You know, we'll be that much wiser for the wearer. And like I said, it'll come back to us here over the course of the next 4 months.
Eric's an experienced manager. He's gone through many highs and lows in his previous managerial stint. Ripped foul. A lot to be said for experience.
Well, and he saw it when he was in Cleveland. Got that thing turned around there, and there's some ups and downs before that happened. And you look at your club, and we were talking about it with as great as Felix and Iwakuma have been at the top of the rotation. If Joe starts to continue to pitch well like he has of late, pitch well here at home and get it worked out on the road, that's 3 pretty good starters in a row. And Aaron Harang, you know, his last few outings have been pretty good. So we'll find out what happens in that 5th spot. Bonderman had a rough go yesterday, but I like some of the stuff that I saw from him. We'll see what happens when he gets his work in and see if he can polish things up a little bit going into his next start. But that's a strong rotation to get things turned around if you can score runs. I think looking at this club, they've obviously hit home runs. They're going to have to do a little better job of hitting with runners in scoring position. You don't want all of your scoring to come off of the home run, even though it's nice to have that. Something that they haven't had the last few years, Dave. So, you know, you just, if you can get it all worked out, hopefully at some point get Stephen Pryor back. That would help the bullpen immensely.
3-1 to Ramirez, man at first. Foul back. I was talking to Matt Thornton, former Mariner, who always seems like he's murdering the Mariners when he comes out of the pen. And he said, yeah, I saw you had some bullpen problems. He said, you know what that's all about? You better get, when you get the lead, and we talk about it all the time, everybody does baseball, get that extra run in the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
It helps,
take that pressure off the guys. Okay, here's Matt on your left.
Yeah, it helps.
3-2. And I asked him, I said, how do you bounce back? He says, hey, I look forward to the next day, get the ball. And I said, well, I just talked to Wilhelmsen. He said the same thing. I said, mechanics, I'm sitting there playing. He's playing a video game on his iPad. Let's go. I'm ready. You know, just 2 bad outings. He's ready to go.
I'm not worried about him, are you?
No.
I mean,
chance for 2. There you go. Pick it, big fella.
good range up the middle by Brendan Ryan. We're talking about this on the road trip when they turned a number of double plays. Brendan does such a good job of getting the ball to the second baseman as quickly as he can. And he decides to go right with a little glove flip as he reaches out for it. It's a perfect turn. Easy thing for Nick Franklin to handle. Look at that. Perfect to him. All kinds of time in a good spot, and a strong arm by Franklin to finish the double play.
He hangs in there, Franklin. I mean,
he has a good idea. You can tell that for somebody that has played shortstop throughout his life, moving over to second base, he's really aware of where the runners are and how much time he has. You have this internal clock. You have an idea, and he certainly knows that. And he has a strong arm, too. That helps.
Andy Chavez giving chase. That's trouble. Bounces into the stands. It'll be an automatic double down there for Alex Rios. That double for Rios, his 13th. 2 ahead of Diaza and Ramirez.
Brings up Konerko. Konerko 1 for 2, hit a double his last time up. White Sox in this game 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position.
Here's some White Sox fans in the building with their holy chant. We hear them a lot in Chicago. His numbers have been outstanding. Came up with the Dodger organization. Has had a fabulous career here with the White Sox.
Really good career. 282 for his career. 427 home runs to go along with 1,300 RBIs.
31 blast against the Mariners. Throwback White Sox shirt back to their 83 division championship uniforms. 2 outs with the man at second. 2-0. Saunders has struck out 4, hasn't walked anybody. 2 hits in this inning. Rios, the double, it was hit number 5. Back with a strike.
Nate Jones, right-hander, getting loose for the White Sox. A lot of pitches for Danks early in the game.
2-1. Speed pitch in there for strike 2.
Last at bat hit a double. You can see the 5th pitch in the at bat out over the plate.
Two, 2 outs. Good full count. On deck, Andy Cieto. Konerko just back from a stiff neck. He missed Saturday's game. Swinging it well his last 8. Taking his average 217 to 240 entering today's ball game. 3-2 pitch from Saunders. Strike 3 call. Big strikeout for Saunders to end the Chicago 6th. Stranding a runner, and he also had a DP, but 4 behind him. Nice work. 4-1 Mariners. Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Nick Franklin leads off. Yanks one foul, strike one. Nick Franklin, Michael Saunders, Jesus Sucre here in the home sixth. Mariners lead by the count of 4-1. Raul Ibanez, a big two-run homer in the third that followed a Kendrys Morales RBI double. Jesus Sucre opened the scoring in the second for the Mariners as Franklin sends one to center field. It's snagged by Diaz. Take a look at the Mariners calendar. Being brought to you by Sleep Country USA. As we talked about it, we have been thrilled. We've had this in our eyesights, Mike, this June schedule.
Well, we have. See the three with the White Sox, and then the Yankees coming down for four. Their only time they will come to town, and then hopefully some payback for the Houston Astros.
Right now,
good homestand.
It is. That's a good-looking homestand. The Astros, as we speak, bottom six, lead at Anaheim 2-1, and the Athletics have already defeated Milwaukee at Milwaukee 10-2. Texas off tonight. Here's Michael Saunders, strikeout swinging, strikeout looking. Bouncing ball to Konerko, 2 down. Two outs here in the sixth. MLB.TV. How about this? Celebrating 11 years with new low yearly prices. You can watch every out-of-market game live on over 350 supported mobile and connected devices in HD quality. MLB.TV Premium. Visit MLB.TV today. Do it today. MLB.TV. Baseball everywhere. Jesus Sucre. RBI single and a fly to right. To Sucre.
100 pitches for Danks.
Two and one. Right into Flowers mid 2-2.
I've always liked the way Del Scott steps back and calls strikes.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
From our vantage point, let me tell you. Dale hails from Eugene, Oregon. Right down to Beckham. Danks throws a 1-2-3-6. He's retired 3, 6, 7 in a row. 4-1 Mariners. Our head and shoulders pitch sequence. When Jesus Sucre came up at this point, the Mariners were down 1-0, Mike.
And I thought it was a good at-bat. Sucre, his 7th game of the year, takes a fastball for a strike. Then he gets a changeup. You can see he's way out in front of it, spreads out a little bit. Here comes the changeup again in a 0-2 count, and he hits it hard into left field. Good adjustment by Sucre to drive in a first run for the Mariners tonight.
That tied to scored 1-1 in the bottom of the second. Mariners erupted for 3 in the home third on an RBI by Morales, a double off the wall, and Raul Ibanez, a 2-run homer. And for Raul, his 281st career home run, and the most, according to BaseballReference.com, the most pitches resulting in a home run in his career. He'd seen 9 twice. Last time back in May of '09 in Atlanta.
Medina getting loose in the pen. 91 pitches now for Joe Saunders. Good to see him pitching into the 7th inning again.
What's been the biggest difference for you, for your money here?
I think the biggest thing with Joe is if he commands a fastball, it makes his changeup that much better. And he pitches inside just enough. I'd like to see him pitch in a little bit more, but for him, just enough. Can use that cutter at times. But if he locates his 2-seam fastball, typically he's going to keep the ball on the ground. And when he's ahead in counts, he can put you away with a really good changeup. And I think early on in the road, he was falling behind some hitters, and he's having to throw his fastball in the middle of the plate, and that was hurting him.
What game was that in Cleveland? He got squeezed. He couldn't get anything on the edges.
Right, and it was one of the things that we were talking about at the start of the game, that it's important for him. And I'm not talking about him getting pitches off the plate.
No.
But if they're down and on the corner, he needs to get those calls because he has to pitch in that area.
Big rip by Viciedo, who's doubled and fouled out to Morales. Full count.
You can see it, 6+ innings, 5 hits.
Bouncing ball to Ryan. Nice pick by Morales on the bounce there, 1 out. Excited for tomorrow's matchup. Jake Peavy, Felix Hernandez, couple of Cy Young Award winners. Kings Court in session. It's also May the Morse t-shirt night. Weather's supposed to be good. All ingredients, all reasons to come to the yard tomorrow.
Both of them. A lot of strikeouts. Not many walks for both of them.
Adam Dunn's the hitter, 0 for 2. Fouled out the third, took it, called third strike. Joe getting a strike with off-speed pitch. See what he does here. 1-1. Five strikeouts for Joe. No walks. Pitch number 100. Two. Wind starting to come in over the left field, through the left field stands. Here's 2-2. Not a full count. And I'm told wind coming in from that direction means good weather for tomorrow. On deck, Jeff Keppinger. 3-2 to Dunn. It's a walk this time. That's the first walk issued by Joe Saunders. It's the second walk of the ballgame. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Looks like the old MGR is coming out to get his left-hander. Saunders' last 2 starts at San Diego on May 29th. And tonight a combined 13 2/3 innings pitched, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 8 Ks. Nice job, and a fine ovation from the fans here at Safeco Field for Joe Saunders. Take a look at our Columbia Bank difference in the ball game.
It'll be Joe Saunders. Another good outing for Joe. Had everything working tonight. I thought he had good command of his fastball. Was able to go to his changeup and breaking ball when he needed him. Kept the ball on the ground. Had a double play to help himself out. Good outing. Back-to-back outings now for Joe Saunders. Pitched well in San Diego. Only this one ahead. Ended up going 6 in the third, 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 1 batter. That was the last batter that he faced, and Eric Wedge decided to come get him. And I like that look on his face right there.
A little steamed.
Yeah, but I like that. I don't want the guys to want to come out, and I think you see 102 pitches, 61 strikes, but hey.
I like it.
Felt like he had it working.
Jaw was locked, hands on hips. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're killing me.
He pitched well. Good outing for Joe.
I always like when your Avis Medina comes into the ball game here at home because you get to hear they break out the Tone Loc, like he called Medina. First batter's Jeff Keppinger, 1-0. Keppinger, an RBI single back in the second, a ground out to short in the fifth.
16 appearances for Medina, 3.5 ERA. Opponent's average just 193 off of him.
Took the place of Stephen Pryor, went down with an oblique injury. Saunders looks like he's still steamed, but the manager made his decision. That's it. But, your point is right on the money. I mean, if you want a guy, give me the ball, the old put me in coach. Come on.
Yeah. I think he also knows that he would have had a chance to finish the inning if he hadn't walked done.
Right.
It was the only walk of the game for him. You'd think he was down 7-1 looking at him there. I love it.
It is good, no doubt.
He wants to compete and he wants to get better. I like it. A couple of good fastballs from Medina to get back in the count, 2-2.
Well, he's maturing every time we see him.
Yeah, I mean, I think last outing he had a tough one and bounced back, come back throwing some strikes. Has a good fastball tonight at 95 miles an hour.
Somebody just got run. Oh, Robin Ventura coming out to run
Mark
interference.
Parent. I think it's Mark Parent,
right.
The bench coach.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating time for the White Sox to come into this game losing 6 in a row. And Mark Parent, veteran major league catcher, now the bench coach for Robin Ventura, has had enough.
Maybe one of the biggest bench coaches in baseball, Mark Parent. Tough baseball language there. Extend our apologies. Our Mike picking those up. Mark Parent, former Walla Walla Padre. Keppinger's got a 2-2 count. Adam Dunn at first. Strike 3 called. Medina. He's up out number 2.
It's a good breaking ball after a couple of fastballs. 87-mile-an-hour slider on the outside corner. Good pitch from Medina.
Bring up Tyler Flowers, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly to right. Breaking ball for strike. Bouncing ball, Medina will take it and throws out Flowers. So Medina comes in, gets 2 quick outs, ends the seventh inning stretch time here in Seattle. 4-1 Mariners. stretch being brought to you by Washington's Lottery. What happens when you combine trucks with bucks? Well, you get an amazing second chance scratch game, win a new truck or one of 6 $10,000 cash prizes. Play the Trucks and Bucks second chance scratch drawing from Washington's Lottery today. Visit WALottery.com for details. 4-1 lead for the Mariners here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew.
Matt Thornton going to take over. As you mentioned earlier today, former Mariner, hard-throwing left-hander. Seems that when the Mariners play the White Sox, they always see Mr. Right. Thornton, and here he is.
Last call, goal near.
24 appearances on the year. 3.94 ERA, 16 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. Curious to see where his velocity's at. Seems that he should have more strikeouts than that. Used to seeing Matt come in throwing an easy 95, 96 miles an hour.
Isn't that the truth?
Yep.
Ryan, Chavez, and Bay, 9-1-2.
Saying that Matt was saying you get into the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, add on that extra run. Well, here you go. Good chance.
Yep.
9-1-2 coming up for the Mariners.
Three 3-0 here to Ryan, who's walked and grounded out to short. The strike. Mariners get a run in the second inning and 3 in the third. Ryan draws a walk. Second time he's walked tonight. It's known as the Edgar game. This Sunday, Root Sports is Game 4 of the '95 American League Division Series against the Yankees. Relive all the great moments as the Mariners refuse to lose an Edgar Martinez 7 RBI night. Hear from Lou Piniella, Norm Charlton, and many more as we look back at one of the great comebacks in playoff history. Andy Chavez, top of the order. 2 for 3 night for him. Line, oh, it didn't it beautifully. Flowers throws him out. Sacrifice. 2-3. Well done.
Well, Eric Wedge thinking along with us. Get that extra run if you can. So Indy, after the walk, perfect sacrifice bunt.
Well, we don't see a lot of great bunting in Major League Baseball anymore. That is for sure. Chavez with his second sacrifice of the season. Ryan down at second for Jason Bay. Struck out twice and took one to the track. Diaza ran it down in center field.
Should be a good matchup for Jason. He likes to hit a good fastball. If he can get one out over the plate, should be able to hit it hard somewhere.
Runner goes. Throw down the third. He's out. Two outs.
Well, not a great jump by Brendan Ryan, and you can see Flowers stepping back behind the hitter. Throw was there in plenty of time.
All 2 strikes.
I'm sure in that situation, Brendan running on his own. A number of the Mariners have the green light to run.
All 2 strikes to Jason Bay. Yes, he did. You hear CB Buckner agree with Dale Scott. So runner thrown out of third helps Matt Thornton and the White Sox. 8th inning coming up, 4-1 Mariners.
Hi, everybody. I'm Angie Mentink here. You know, they say you should never judge a trade until you're far enough removed to see how it really turns out. Sean Kelly traded for Abe Almonte. We take a look at our Wendy's. Now that's better. And the Rangers outfielder has a 9-game hitting streak going, hitting .485 over that streak with 8 RBIs. And at Colorado Springs, 6 for 6 with 6 singles. And he is the 3rd minor leaguer this year with a 6-hit game. Guys, this guy has been extremely impressive.
All right, Angie, we were talking about him just the other day, right, Mike?
Yep, scouting report is that he can really run. Haven't seen him play. But obviously, he can swing a little bit, too, with the numbers he's putting up.
And again, if he's in that, well, add him to Aaron Hicks, Lorenzo Cain, that kind of speed, Trout.
Okay, I'm in.
Trout and some of the other burners who can hit. Yeah, welcome addition. 0-2 as Medina works to Gordon Beckham, who's 0 for 2.
Carter Katz, Oliver Perez getting loose out in the pen.
Nice hop for Ryan. And Beckham is retired. One out here in the 8th. See history in the remaking. Saturday, June 29th, Mariners and the Cubs rolled back the hands of time to the early 1900s. Return back to clock day. Both teams will wear jerseys from the turn of the century. Plus, the first 20,000 fans will receive a collectible poster thanks to Seattle Magazine. It's going to be a game for the ages. Get your tickets now. Turn back the clock day at Mariners.com. The Cubbies coming to town. Mariners playing the National League Central this year. Pittsburgh, the Cubs come here. Mariners go to Cincinnati and St. Louis. Milwaukee will also be here. Fouled off by Alejandro Diaz. Struck out, fly to center, and singled to right field and was erased in a double play in the 6th. Late bunt attempt. Barrel. He never got the barrel out front.
He looked like he was actually trying to pull it back, but didn't get it back in time. Ended up getting a piece of it. Found it straight back to the backstop. That 95-mile-an-hour fastball ended up getting on him a little quicker than he expected.
1-2 pitch. Just off the plate. White Sox scored first. 2 out, second inning was Jeff Keppinger with an RBI single to right. Jesus Sucre entered bottom half of the inning. Third inning for the Mariners, a double off the wall in center field by Morales. Scored Seager, and then Raul Ibanez, a 13-pitch at bat and a big 2-run homer. Sucre throws down, complete the strikeout. 2 outs here in the 8th. Step up to the plate and hit one out of the park with savings on Sound Transit. Rethink your commute and visit soundtransit.org. I-90, stay on that baby, take you all the way to Boston. Also take you right by the south side of Chicago through Cleveland. All aboard. Old interstate system. Thanks to President Eisenhower back in the 50s. It's some route. The hitter is Alexi Ramirez.
Medina's really thrown the ball well tonight. 16 pitches, 11 strikes.
You do have travel plans and would like to make a long drive. If you take I-90 from here to Boston, it's 3,101 miles. The longest route we've got in this country. the guy sitting in the truck saying that last mile's a killer. Last few ballparks on the way. This Wrigley Field by a few miles, but it definitely goes right near the cell where the White Sox play. 3-0 pitch. Taken all the way, 3-1. When we go to Boston. I just saw it. It's in July. I know that. Well, they come here in July. Anyway, just beyond the Green Monster, that's I-90.
Yep.
Just beyond right field in Cleveland. Go to Boston August. Make that July 30, 31, and August 1st will be in Boston. The good news, Mike, we're flying.
That is good news.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Seager plays the hop. That'll do it. Medina, nice job. Yeah. 5 up, 5 down. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Mariners lead 4-1. On Root Sports, being brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. And by Captain Morgan. Raise your glass, always in moderation to life, love, and loot. 4-1 lead for the Mariners. They got a run in the second, 3 in the third. They made it stand up. Joe Saunders, 6 in the third, 5 hits, 1 run, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. And Yoravis Medina's done a nice job retiring all 5 men that he's faced. And good news, get him back up on the horse. Get him on the bike, Mike.
Yeah, why not?
Big fella's up in the bullpen. Tom Wilhelmsen, the bartender, for the 9th inning. There he is. Kyle Seager is the hitter right now, and he's ahead 1-0. Matt Thornton. What a one to Kyle. Kyle took a called third strike back in the first. Bunted his way on in the third. Flied to center in the 5th. Thornton on in relief of John Danks, starter for the White Sox. Went 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Third start this season after coming back from August shoulder surgery. Morales waits his turn as Seager pops on. Left field for Ricciardo. 1 out. This Wednesday, make Safeco Field your office for the day and schedule a 12:40 meeting to catch Mariners baseball live right here at the ballpark. Now, rather than settling into your desk for the afternoon, you're going to pull up a seat and see the Mariners take on these White Sox. Get your tickets to Wednesday's Mariners matinee at Mariners.com.
I have a pitching change. Robin Ventura said that's enough. Going to go out to his bullpen.
We'll be back with more here in Safeco Field. Brian Amagroso will take over. Tom Simons can do a great job summing it up. 4-1. Mariners in the lead here in the home 8th. 1 out, nobody on. Brian Amagroso takes over. He'll face Kendrys Morales.
Kendrys 1 for 3 in the game. Hit a double off the fence in center field. Drove in a run. Amagroso, 7.20 ERA, 10 strikeouts in the 10 innings he has pitched. Points average a little bit high for him at 318.
He hails from the same hometown as Hall of Famer, Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Namath, Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Western PA with Jack Zarenzik, Mariners GM. He's from there, 1-1. Ball that Morales hit for the double in the third. Man, that thing cranked on a 3-2 pitch off the wall in center field. Hits this one hard. Going back is Luciano. He makes the catch. A couple of Cy Young Award winners going head-to-head tomorrow. Peavy with the 07 Padres, Mariners, Felix Hernandez back in 2010.
Should be a great matchup tomorrow.
13 and 12, and big sabermetric numbers were huge. A big part turning the tide in Felix's favor. Generally, you don't see Cy Young Award winners with 13 and 12 records.
Yeah. Both of them have won 6 games this year.
Ibanez with the best 13 pitch at bat you'll ever see. That was back in the third. Resulted in a 2-run homer. 10th of the season. 281st of his career. And good news, the bartender, he is ready to work. Get back up on the saddle after blowing a save.
Well, you have to.
Absolutely.
Another save opportunity. He's your closer. Get him up.
Good foul.
Take a look at the at-bat for Raul. 13 pitches, and on the 13th pitch, here you go, gets a fastball away and hits it up into the seats. His 10th home run of the year. 10 home runs for Raul.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Takes a breaking ball. This is outside. Swing and a minute. Raul's gone. And time now for the 9th inning. After blowing a save a couple of days ago. Last call. Bartender Tom Wilhelmsen.
White Sox Mariners lead it though 4-1. Hi everyone, Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Coming up on our Mariners postgame show, we will look around baseball, check in on the Yankees who are headed to Safeco Field next. we will go inside the skipper's office. I don't think we're in trouble. I think everybody's pretty happy tonight. And Jen Mueller will get one of the players coming off. And guys, I think the early favorite is probably Raul Ibanez after that 13-pitch at bat. And like it's happening exactly the way the skipper said. He was hoping that Tom Wilhelmsen was going to be in this exact situation tonight.
Well, that's the way it should be, no doubt. Tom Wilhelmsen on the mound.
Well, good news for Tom is this is a 3-run save, not the normal 1-run save he's trying to protect. 12 saves on the year for Tom, a 1.85 ERA. 17 strikeouts in 24 and a third innings. Opponent's average. Let's see. Opponent's average down to 123 now.
Alex Rios. First pitch, strike. Rios, Konerko, and Viciedo, 3-4-5 for the White Sox. One.
Tom's last outing when he ended up blowing the save, it was because he wasn't able to command his fastball all. He ended up walking the bases loaded, something we haven't seen from Tom.
Wellingham just missed the grand slam, got a sac fly, and then a 2-run triple by Domet, won it for Minnesota. 2-1.
I think what Eric would like to see is an easy inning for Tom. Put that behind him. Move forward again. He has the best stuff out of everybody in the bullpen. That's the reason why he's the closer. Again, you see that last fastball at 96 miles an hour with one of the better curveballs you're going to see.
Two to Alex Rios. Full count. On deck, Paul Konerko. Rios 1 for 3, Konerko 1 for 3. Three-two. Foul. Three-two. Walked him. Bring up Konerko, who doubled to left in the 4th inning. Key now for Tom not to fight himself.
That's exactly the reason why Eric wanted to get him right back out there. And again, with a 3-run lead and give him a chance to go out there and throw some strikes. The difference is the other day, he was up and away with everything, and those pitches that he was missing with to Rios were down.
Strike 1. Paul Konerko. Carter Capps, just in case. He's 0-2 now on Konerko.
Like Oliver Perez is joining Carter Capps out in the pen.
To Konerko. Breaking ball, got him, Beardy. 1 out.
We'll take a look at this after a couple of 97-mile-an-hour fastballs. Here's the curveball, 12-6 curveball. So tough to lay off of that pitch when he gets it down like that. You're trying to get geared up for that 96-mile-an-hour fastball. See the bottom fall out of that curve. 12-6.
It's out of play. Tom Wilhelmsen we're familiar with. Here comes the 0-2 to Viciedo. Swing and a miss. Got him. 2 down.
That was just some dominant pitching by Tom Wilhelmsen. All fastballs. This last one just throws it by him. 96 miles an hour right at the top of the strike zone.
Adam Dunn, as Tom tries to close it out right here. Strike one. He's back in rhythm. On to Dunn. On it goes. And that's outside, down to second. Indifference, allowing Rios down to second base. 1-1 to count to Adam Dunn. 2 outs.
I like the location when he's missing with his fastball tonight. Much better down. Everything down in the zone. He's elevated a couple of them, but it's because he wanted to go to the top of the strike zone.
1-1. Dunn is fouled out to third. Took his third strike and walked. Two-1 to Adam Dunn. In there for strike 2. $13,491 on hand here at Safeco Field. This Monday night, June 3rd. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Pitch from Wilhelmsen. Hit hard. Eludes a diving Ryan and scoring easily as Rios. Now 4-2 ball game. RBI for Dunn is 30th.
Tom wanted to go to the outside corner. Instead, he throws it right down the middle. Dunn hits it hard through the shift. Mariners had the shift on, expecting him to pull the ball, which he did.
$4-2 ball game. Here's Jeff Keppinger. He represents the tying run. Fly ball center field. This will do it. Mariners homestand off to a great start. Closing time as the bartender back in good form again. Mariners win it 4-1, and Joe Saunders runs his record to 4-5. How about 4-1 here at Safeco Field? And Mike 10-1 career here at Safeco Field.
That's what you would expect from Joe Saunders and some run support. How about Raul Ibanez with a 13-pitch at bat, hits a 2-run home run with it. Hendrys Morales drives in a run tonight, so the veterans doing it again for the Mariners. Nice way to start the homestand when you have Felix and Iwakuma going for the next 2 days.
Wilhelmsen picks up his 13th save in 16 opportunities. Back on the horse again, back in the good form. Mariners off to a good start, 4-2. Here's Brett Adam and Dave Valley.
All right, guys. Yeah, nice way to start.